Hello, how's everyone today? It's Monday. Can you believe it? It is unbelievable that we are finally back to the beginning of another week. It is incredible. So I'm hoping that it's a nice day where you are. It certainly is here. My name's Anita Mazzero. I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator in Horsham, Victoria, Australia. So it's lovely to see you. If you're on and you're watching and you see the live button up there, pop on and say hello. Let me know where you're from. I'd like to know that you are watching. And if you're watching the replay, either here or on YouTube, also please hit the like button just so that I know that you are watching. And if you're watching the replay, just say watching replay. That's all I need to know. So that'd be lovely. So our new catalogue went live last Tuesday, 6 days ago. Boy, that's gone quick. 6 days and we're into the new catalogue, and there's lots and lots of new products, both in the catalogue and at our online store. Get my teeth right. So today I'm going to show you something from the online store. So there is plenty there to see. And they've released a whole heap of products both online and in the catalogue. Sometimes when the catalogue is being produced, they don't always get the products in time, and this is where our online store can come in really handy just for that reason. Hello, Jacinta. Oh, congratulations on the run from Chalk and Cheddar the other day. I spotted that not long ago. So give Stu our best for that, for the horses win. So anyway, as I said, there's a lot of new products that were released all last Tuesday, both online and in the catalogue, which means you have an enormous amount of products to choose from. If you say that there's something that you don't like or they're missing something, let us know, because it's worth knowing about that. So anyway, I'm going to pop the catalogue down and we'll have a very quick flick through the catalogue, only because I know lots of people, including Jacinta that's on here at the moment, that have gone and given catalogue walkthroughs. So pop over and have a look at their videos of what has been done, because it's been pretty much the last week everyone has done a catalogue walkthrough, but I'll just give you a short run through of what's going on and leave it at that. And as I said, today I'm doing an online exclusive that's new out. So I'm going to flip you around and we'll go from there. Just one moment. Get up on my ceiling. Now I'll just make sure I've zoomed in enough. You know, once upon a time I used to be able to get this working perfectly. I could set it up beforehand, and then typical Facebook, they change the way they do things, and that makes it so much harder. So you didn't want to see my messy desk, because believe me, it has been messy for weeks. I will get to it one day. I can get ahead of myself. So this is our lovely, lovely catalogue, and it is just lots of information. They're categorised into different areas. So you have what we call step-by-step crafting. And this is where products are provided with step-by-step instructions, so that you can just go ahead. So we've got kits that are amazing and very simple. Kits are very handy to use when you go away for a weekend and you just want to take something with you, because you know you'll be spending time either in the caravan or the motel room and you just want to fill in a bit of time. There's lots and lots of different ideas there. You also have scrapbooking kits. The scrapbooking's made a big comeback in Stampin' Up. Since Stampin' Up took over a lot of close to my heart products, we are going more, we've got the scrapbooking side of things. So we've got the balance of the scrapbooking and card making for people who do both. for some people, scrapbooking they've never tried. A lot of us, like myself, started as a scrapbooker and went to card making. So, you know, for me, this is, I'll be able to go back and redo some of the things. And, you know, I've got lots of books already and it's a great way to keep going. But the kits, scrapbooking kits, will give you step-by-step instructions. You will learn to make quite a number of pages out of these, and all you have to do is add your photos when you follow instructions. So as you can see, there's quite a few there, different ones, different steps. I like this Manly one. I think that's a really nice one. You've got that there. Then you have what we call quick and easy options, you know, and sometimes you've just got to put that card together and you've got minimal time to do so. So to do that, we have our ephemera packs. Now, these are wonderful because you have envelopes and cards and envelopes. You've got two different types here. You've got tags. You've got two lots of ephemera packs. One's called Good Times and one's called Time for Celebrations. And you also have down here our Greetings for All. Now, if I bring this a bit closer to the camera, you'll be able to see what I'm talking about. Look at this. All your sentiments that you could possibly need on white and black, and bingo, there's your card. So how simple and easy is that? And that's a great idea for someone that's just starting out, where they can just put the pieces together. And look at this page, just of all the different things that you can do with the mix and match products. Hello, Miss Kay. I heard you are not very well. So I hope you're feeling better. I was going to give you a call after this. So if your phone rings, it's me. We have scrapbooking albums, a variety of pocket pages, memories and more cards, a beautiful black journaling pen. We have our classic ink spots. Now, there are two assortments that are already inked, and one of them has the cloud cover in it. Now, you may have heard that we can't get cloud cover in the big, like in this size stamp pad, due to the ink not doing what it's supposed to do with the foam. But for some reason, it's not doing it in the spots. So you can buy it that way, or you can just buy a blank, clear one and a refill and top it up. So it's a great way to at least have your colour. Everything else, as far as the cloud cover, is available, so you have no problems there. Some Butte stamps again. And we're just going to flick through. Creativity Your Way is a way where you can create your own inner self. And you'll find that most of us will find a stamp set, die set, a bundle or a suite, and we will let our imagination take over. And that's what this is designed for. There's plenty of samples in the catalogue, so you can use them, so don't hesitate. So we've got a lovely suite here. I love these gems. They're beautiful. So as you can see, there's plenty of designs and catalogues. The dies will cut some of the papers, not everything, but it will. We have another suite here with the Totally Awesome, great for little kids. And then we have the beautiful gallery suite. Now this one you've seen me use quite a bit over the last few weeks. I thought I had other ideas in mind with this one because the possibilities of this one are just quite big, and my mind keeps focusing back to this, and I say, no, I've got to go elsewhere. And these 6x6 papers are delightful. So you can just go to town on them. So here we have another suite, the Kintsugi Imperfections. So this is designed on the Japanese art of repairing ceramic or china, you know, with the gold leafing and everything. So the papers reflect that, and the stamp sets, etc. So it's something worth thinking about if you like that sort of thing. Beautiful boho vibes, which is another sweet collection where you get the 6x6 papers, stamp and dies, and also some beautiful embellishments. And it just keeps going on. Look at this, Memories in Bloom. This one is a lovely little set. Beautiful sayings. Pity this hadn't been available for us to purchase prior to Mother's Day. The mothers are a blessing. I think that's a beautiful one. Another scrapbooking one that you can do with the Turtley Awesome. You've got another one here with the Cheers and Sip. Beautiful papers. You can make your own looks. And any of this that's in the thing. Hello, Glenda. How are you today? Any of these that you see here, just because they're a scrapbooking kit, which you saw further, but you can buy them individually, and they are great for card making. So as I said, we've got our scrapbook albums, there's some flip flaps as they call them. I haven't used them, so I don't know. Our 12x12 paper is all now in our two-tone cardstock. And two-tones cardstock, if you see here by this, you've got a darker shade and a lighter shade of all the papers. But the core is white. So these 12x12 papers are in all of our 52 colours. And that means you can do more with them for your scrapbooking or your card making. So there's lots and lots of sets. So then we have some bundles here. I'll just flip through it. I'm not going to go individually into them. There's some bundles. We've got this mega bundle here, which is these great big pennants. And the largest die in this is 17.8 by 13.7. So that's quite big. Yes, Glenda, the gallery suite is mine, and I'm not using it today. I think I have for the last 4 weeks, and I still have possibilities in my head. I think it's everybody's favourite. Some lovely sentiments here. It's called The Right Words, and I've looked at this, and it's on my list. This one jumped at me. Forever loved, forever remembered, which is great for the front of a sympathy card, but then inside, hoping the loss you feel right now will be erased by wonderful memories. And that is beautiful to pop into a card. Lots of beautiful other ones to put in there to say to people. Some cute little fun ones for adults and the like. Then we've got some background stamps. And our background stamps come apart. So it's not just one stamp. For instance, this particular one here, it breaks apart. So you can do various pieces. This one divides into 4 pieces. So you can do it your way. And that is a bonus. 2-step stamping with our, I call them budgies. There's some lovebirds, but they're there. Along these lines, very interesting stamp set. This is another amazing background stamp. Absolutely stunning. Using the gallery suite paper, you can use this and this together, and you've got a wow of a card, basically with one stamp. Very little. So what a wonderful idea. And this allows that you can also frame it and give it as a gift. We've got lots of stamp sets and bundles that are continuing over. So some were from the some of the mini catalogues. Some have carried over from the annual catalogue. We have our dies that are continuing over. So you've got pages there. Our embossing folders. their great page here on what I call the staple products for a crafter. The inks, the dimensionals, adhesive strips. I think this is a must page to keep for anyone. And if you look at the little emblems, it tells you what it will allow you to do with it. So this one here shows that you can use it for embellishments, and it means you can also run it through the die cutting machine. You've got cardstock ribbon for also for 3D projects. So if you go through the little pieces, it'll tell you what they can be used for, whether it's just to hold the die cuts or whatever. Then we have some specialty papers that we have. So we have our gold and silver foil, our fluid 100 paper. We've got a beautiful textured metallic, and our window sheets and our wood textured papers. They've been around for a while, but they're back again. And then all of our papers that are new. To work out what is new in the catalogue, if they've got a little pink N, that means it's new. If it doesn't, like this one, it's one that's carrying over. I loved that one at Christmas time. It was a beautiful one. So as you can see, there's quite a few that have carried over. One of my favourites was this one that's come back. So you've got lots there. Then all our papers for our colours, whether it's the in colour, last year's in colour, this year's in colour, our brights, neutrals, regals and subtles. Same pattern design on all of them, but they're carrying over in the colours. And then our envelopes that you can purchase. All our gems are shown quite clearly here, so you can see what it is. We had these metallic rub-ons. Now I missed them. Completely missed them till I watched somebody else doing a catalogue walkthrough who spoke about them. Hello Cherry, how are you today? I hope you're feeling well. We have our ribbons and twines, and then just some other staples that we use for colouring. Our inks, and it's basically in the catalogue. Now with the new catalogue also comes our starter kit offer. Now, when someone joins Stamping Up at any time of the year, they get to choose $235 worth of product as their starter kit for only $169. For the month of May, till the 31st of May, you can purchase $303 worth of product for $169. That is an amazing, amazing offer. So if you're saying, you know, I love my craft, but it's costing me a bit much, message me, give me a call, and I'll have a chat with you, and I will let you know how it works and how you can earn a 20% discount on the products that you purchase. The thing with this, if you join, it means that you don't need, there's no contracts. And if you decide, no, it's not for me, or I can't do that, you've got your starter kit and you can go back to being a customer. So it's really good. Oh, you've been busy looking after kids again. Right, that's that. So, I presume it's Charlotte and Margot and George. I don't know where Charlotte came from. I think there's a mixture of George and Charlie. I don't know. Okay, so the card I'm going to make is a fun fold, and I'm using the Impressions Abloom stamp set. As I said to you before, this set is a online exclusive. It's a 2-step stamping, and it has these beautiful flowers and centres. Now, I'm saying to you, yes, it's a 2-step stamping, but you could just do the top layer, or you could just do the insides. I have found this one to be really lovely, and being a photopolymer, it goes really well. has lots of dies. Now, I could never get them back on one sheet, so I put another piece of cardstock to cover some of the pieces. So these are all the dies that are in them. So you've got lots and lots of dies. This particular circle will cut out your oval plus a very thin frame, no bigger than what you see there. So you're getting 2 for the price of 1 on that. This other one just cuts a circle, which is just a fraction bigger than what the circle out of the, or the oval out of this one. Then you've got your flowers. Now these flowers have a centre. This does not cut, it just embosses, and it gives a lovely texture to the flower. You've got leaves, you've got centres, and all of them, if you look at them closely, all have these beautiful lines throughout them, which means that they are creating a texture onto the flower. So we shall just move these out of the way. And I'm just going to show you how. We'll start off with the stamping. And I'll show you how I line up the stamps to make it work. For me. Now, it's just me that I'm saying this to, because you may have a much easier way than what I do. Sometimes I do go the long way off a short pier. So I'm going to take my 2 large pieces of flowers. So I'm going to need 2 flowers in this large one. So I'm going to stamp. Now, if you can see, there's a big hole in here, or actually, and there's a large leaf here. I'm going to use this large leaf on this side as my base, my point marker. So I'm going to stamp, this will be the inside of the flower. I'm just going to pop that there. And then I'm going to get this flat, smooth, which will fill the flower, but I'm going to stamp off. Remember I said about the large leaf, that we put it down this way, or I thought I put it down that way. Right, there it is, yep. So then I'm going to just come over the top, line it up, pop it down, and there it's filled in the flower. And repeat the process. And we'll go in like so. And that fills in the flower. So that's that one done. I'll close this for now because I will put my hand in it. I'm going to use Fresh Freesia for a middle size flower. This is the inside, this is the outside. I'm going to stamp 2 of those, and this has got a nice big split down this end, and I'm going to put that this way. So there's the Fresh Freesia. I'm going to have 2 of those. I'm going to take the Fresh Freesia once again. I'm going to stamp off, and I'm going to line it up with, and this is the beauty of photopolymer. Just takes a minute to do it so that you get it correctly. I know this is exactly the same way as I got the other one, so just make sure I've got it correct. And we'll pop that on there, and there's our flowers. Close that up so I do not put my hand in it. Then I'm going to take the blueberry bushel. I'm going to use the smallest flower. And again, you can see you've got your inner and outer. So I'm just going to stamp 2 of the inner. Now what I'm going to do is, if you can see carefully here, at the top here, you've more or less got a straight line of flowers. And I'm going to use that as my marker for stamping. I'm just going to pop 2 of these, put that away, put my stamps out of the way so I don't knock them in something, because I'm very good at doing that. I'm going to stamp off, get my flat edge up here and put that to the flat edge of the flower. I'm just lining it up so that it's nice and even. And there's the flower. And do it again. Nice and even. Just take your time before you drop it down so that you get it right. If it's slightly off like that one happens to be, I wouldn't worry too much because you're going to die cut it. Then I'm going to use the yellow, the Daffodil Delight, and I'm going to take my small little flower centre and I'm just going to carefully line it up. And the small one will do the small and medium flower. I'm going to pop them in there. Pop those in there. And there they are. Close this up. Now for the larger one, I'm going to use our Secret Sea. I'm convinced this is going to be my all-time favourite. So I'm going to use this one. And this is a very dark colour. Now if you see it on here, it's nearly a black. So I've stamped it off. And I'm going to line it up. And pop that in here. And line this up. And there's my flowers. So you can see from there. Now, because of the fun fold that we're doing today, the stamping is what needs to be done well in advance. And we're going to die cut. So I'm going to get the die cuts and I'm going to show you how I choose to do it. So what I do is I've got my washi tape. I take my flower. Now remember that I had that large leaf down at this corner. I line it up. And this will also just show you the way it goes. I'm going to hold that really tight, pop that in place, and make sure that the centre of the flower is in the centre here. And then I'll pop the tape over. And I'll only cut one out because I have pre-cut all these. Just get this out because I would hate you to be bumped around like nobody's business, and you don't want to be watching me cut out several flowers and excuse me, at once. And we just go just like so. Very careful. Yes, Jacinta, Secret Sea, I think goes with every colour. I think it's just such a versatile colour that it can be used with everything. Now I'll just get the flower out. And I'm hoping you can see all the, where we stamped the inside of the card, all these beautiful, like you'll see it on the opposite side, all these beautiful little texture, and it's on the flower there. So this flower is now extremely delicate. So I'm not going to cut any more out. I'll just leave it at that so that you can see, and we can get onto the rest of the card. So I'm just going to move my emboss machine out of the way for a moment, and I'm going to get my card. So I'm going to use a 10th fold today. And I've used thick white, and I've scored it at 14.9, which is our centre. When you do this fold, I then take it and I'm going to mark it at 7.4 because I'm going to die cut partially. Our trimmer is fabulous for marking everything. So where our track is, I'm just going to put a marker here and a marker here. This is our halfway mark of this part of the card. So I'll move that out of the way. And I'm going to take my oval. I've already marked the centre this way. So I'm going to now line it up with my marks. Now you can use a ruler to make sure it's straight. I would just, if I was doing it, I would just take my ruler where I've got the two marks and then just slide that both of those are in that mark. So I'm going to pop that down there. And I'm going to get my plates, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to place this plate to that mark like so. Whoops, wrong way round. Whoa, nearly made the mistake. So I only want it this way because I only want to cut it out from this side. You watch me stuff it up. Pop that into your cut and emboss machine, and you're just going to feed that through. Fingers crossed that I've done it correctly this time. I have been known not to do it correctly. So there it is. So there's my mark. And then I'm going to take that and I'm going to make sure it folds to the end. Now it doesn't. So what I'm going to do, it means I didn't quite mark it correctly. But I'm going to take my snips and just take a little cut. And not too far, but just a little bit of a cut to take it a little bit further. This is the beauty of this particular fun fold. You can do that. So now it will come evenly to those four corners, to the two corners, and then I'm going to press that down like so. So partial cutting of a die, and there's our fold for today. Pop that out of the way. I have to admit, the first couple of times that I did this, I did it the wrong way round. And I was so worried I'd do the same today, but thankfully I haven't. So that's really good. So that's our fold. So then I've got a piece of designer series paper. So you've got two sides, but I want to use the purple, or the Fresh Freesia side. I'm going to put that on the inside of the card. And I've got a whole heap of dies there that we're going to use. This beautiful Impressions Abloom paper is absolutely beautiful. So I'm going to pop that in there. And there's my piece. So that's going to go like so. While I've got the ink out, I need to stamp two things, or three things. First of all, I need to stamp the word I appreciate you, and that's going to go in the middle of my centre piece. So I'm going to take the Secret C, and I'm going to take that and line it up in the centre. And please be straight. I think that looks pretty good. Then I'm going to take the front and I'm going to use the word thanks so very much. So I'm going to get that thanks. I'm just going to put that a bit towards the top. Just like so. Look at the beautiful font that's in this set. It is absolutely lovely. And so very much just below, like that. I got it straight, can you believe it? Now I also want to do 2 flowers, the middle-sized flowers, because I want to decorate it, but I also want some height. So I'm going to get my fresh freesia. I'm going to get my piercing mat and a piece of paper. Because I want to put, I'm going to do some stamping. I'll do the fresh freesia first, but I'll need this underneath. So I'm going to take the inside piece and I'm going to come round. I'm going to stamp. So, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong area of where I was going to stamp. So I'm just going to stamp in there, just one in there, and then I'm going to open it up, and I want another one just up around there, just like so. Doesn't have to be completely seamed. So I'm going to take that, stamp it off, line it up. I don't remember which way I did it. That's the way. And make sure I've got it lined up and press it down. How lovely is this stamp set? It is just so nice. I'm going to do the same on this one. Just line it up. Oops, I did turn the stamp. I nearly forgot that I did that. I was wondering why it wasn't going to do it. So just take that. Pop that in there. Close up my ink pads. And I'm going to get my centre. In the yellow, in the daffodil. I should not call it yellow, it's daffodil. And I'm just going to pop that there. Now I also want to stamp on this little flat area. And I'm going to get some garden green. And I'm going to start with some, I'm just going to use the inner of a leaf because I like that on its own without anything else. So I'm just going to stamp that in here. So I'm just going to pop just like so. A couple of leaves. Actually, I might leave it to the flowers. I'm going to use, I nearly grabbed Secret Seed because my original has Secret Seed. I'll grab my 2 little pieces and I'm going to do, I'm going to have a flower just up there. Oops, Anita. Well, I'll hide that with a gem. I'm going to pop one in there and I might just do the 3, just like so. Take this, and I didn't even look which way I had them. Yes, that's silly. Line it up. Oh, pretty good. Stamp off. Line it up. And it looks dark at the moment, but as that dries, that will be a lot lighter. Comes through there. Stamp off. Pop it out of the way. And I'm going to take back the garden green with the leaves and I'm just going to pop some leaves in here. So I'm just going to pop a bit of green like so. Pop some leaves like so. And then I'll get my centre, and I'll use my daffodil. And I'm going to just pop that there. Now you're probably thinking, but didn't she cut flowers out? What is she doing with the flowers? Well, I'm going to grab my flowers, remove that from there. So it's starting to come together. Oh, I did make a big mess, didn't I? We will find a way to hide that. So before I start sticking the flowers, I'm going to take this, line it up with my other one, and I'm going to get some glue. And I'm just going to put a bit of glue on the back. Making sure it's in place. Just tap it so, oh yes, it's nice and straight. Beautiful. Got that. Now I'm going to take one of my flowers. I'm gently just manoeuvring it up. And I'm going to put a dimensional behind it. A bit of a dimensional, and I'm going to put it more over here where the leaves are, because it will, I might put another one up here, it will sit off the page. Take that, and I'm going to sit that just like so. Yep. Might get my snips because there is a little bit of room. I'm going to take off the take this off. I'm going to see where it lands. When you don't want them to come off, they come off. When you want them, just going to carefully lift that and manoeuvre that inside, making sure it's not going to be seen and it's supported. So there's that one. Then I'm going to take my little one and I'm going to pop him just in here, I think. And I'm going to lay him flat. I'm just going to put a little bit of glue, hold him in place, just like so. And then I'm going to take this one, bend the leaves up a little bit, and I'm going to pop him just up there, and I would put a dimensional behind him as well. Don't forget to use your ends of your sheets. Very handy for that. As I said, I'm going to pop him in there, but I just want to manipulate it around so it's like so. I did stamp these and I didn't know whether I'd use them, but you know what? I think I might pop just a couple. Just trying to see whether it'd be too much. I cut these out, but I wasn't sure if I was going to use them. But now that I've made a blob, yeah, do it like that. The little, so pop a little bit of glue just on there, so these can go on in place. So maybe it was meant to be that I was to get a blob to add a little bit of, and then I'll just put a little bit. I wasn't sure if I'd use them, but so that's them there. Look at that. Covers up a beautiful mistake straight away. Then on the inside, I'm going to take my yellow flower a little bit of glue on the back. Pop that like so. Turn the flower. And then I'm going to take let's have a look. I think I might use that one, and then a couple of those little ones that I cut out that I used on the front. So it looks like it was all meant to be. So I'll just tuck that in underneath there. Pop those. And pop a couple of flowers and put them on the inside. Put them in place. And that's it. Oh, it loves your hands, does it, Kay? Kay was saying Secret C and her don't get on. It loves her hands. I'm like that with reds. Any red colour I use, hence I don't use a lot of it, it does the same thing. Okay, now I want to finish it up. So I'm going to use some of these beautiful iridescent pearls. And I think what I'm going to do, because they're so fine and gentle, I think where I've popped the, get up there, I might pop one in the centre of each of the flowers. Yep, they show through nicely. And they are so fiddly to pick up. Leave the flowers, and I'm going to put them on the inside flowers as well, because why not? Just pop in there. Look at that, how nice do they look in there? And pop that one there. I still might put just another 2 to have 5 on the front, because, and I'll pop one just in there and one just this side of the thanks. So I'll put one each side of the word thanks. So there we have it. There is the fun fold card. So we close like that, we fit flat in an envelope, and it's bright, it's colourful, it's cheery. You can add Wink Stella if you wish, or you can just leave it plain. It sits beautifully on the mantle. You have enough room to write in here or on here, so there's plenty of it. So that's that one. So I'm going to show you the first one I did, which I used different colours. This is where I used the Secret C, which I thought was a little bit dark. And colours, and there it is there. It looks really great in here with the having that timid tiger in the centre of that one. It really looks good. So there's this one. Probably maybe should have moved my cover that a bit more, but I don't think it will lift, not now. Let's see if it's stuck. Yes, it's stuck, and I'm not going to try. But hey, it's different. So there's my cards. It's a fun fold. It's a great way of using your dies a different way by only half cutting. So, as I said, I've tried this a couple of times before and it's failed. And then I thought, well, I'm a bit mad doing this live. I'm going to muck it up. But guess what? I didn't. So I'm pleased. So yes, as I said, I probably maybe would add a little bit of Wink to the centres of the flowers, just to make them the highlight. I'll just go in and because can't have Got to have some bling. You know, I like my embellishments, and I like my, I might even do it on this one. I didn't do it on this one before. I'll just pop it in there. Just pop a bit of wink. You can splatter a little bit of wink if you want to. You could put a little bit of colour underneath the many thanks. And there we are. So I hope you like that. So if you've got this set, I'd love to see what you do, because the possibilities with this particular set are endless. It is, you've got lots of die cuts to work with. You've got lots of other ways. And as I said, this fine, like, you don't have to do it when you're doing this. You could just cut the outer. But I liked the way it just gave a little bit more depth and texture. If you look at the this one here, you can see that compared to that. You can notice that there is a lot more depth in the flower than what is here. So that's something worth thinking about when you're doing this. I'm sure it does, Wendy, and hello, welcome. I hope things are okay with you. Thank you, Cherry. I love them. I felt they were really nice. I put this one together and I went to hubby just for somebody to bounce off. And he goes, oh, I like that. I thought, oh, yeah, probably on the right track if he enjoyed it. So there we are. It's, yes, I know I did all the die cutting beforehand, and probably your stamping and your die cutting is what will take most of the time, but the rest of it is there, and you've got some beautiful cards that you can give to anyone at any given time, and you can make this a birthday card, anniversary for someone. You know, I'm sure it'd be lovely for an anniversary, but as an appreciation card, I think it's really lovely. So I've really enjoyed making this, and it'll be interesting what I end up doing further with this particular set. As I said, I haven't played around with it as much as the other one that I've been doing the last few weeks, because that one really spoke to me in many, many ways. So anyway, I will say thank you. If you're interested in anything, or if you don't have a catalogue and you'd like one, I have a few left over, so just let me know and I will pop one in the mail to you. There's lots of products, and don't forget to go online as well. Have a look what's available there. So I will see you all next Monday. Let's see what we produce next week. Bye for now, everyone. Thanks for watching.